Joe's transport for Diane. His machine, remnants of a truck, welded here and there during desert overnights in Diane's driveway. She's just off the highway, or dead end at Smoking Hills Drive, and when you arrive, Joe shows you around so you can get the picture. Says he bought her new in '95 so we can get out alive. It's all for her, Wildman. That bunker too, deep beneath. The heavy reek seeps from deep. It's just her yard. It's all hers. Wildman. Made payments together, bumped Inie's at mortgaged end. Been grinding her till she's finished, and we're pretty damn near. Maybe a year. Till we go, you know, Wildman. I'm just putting her back together the way she's supposed to be. 'Cause when we go out to the desert, Wildman, we're coming back. His machine, remnant of a truck. Joe's putting her all back together, you know, the way we wanted her to be. 'Cause I know he bought her new in '95 so he could get out alive. He's always cacti high, booming or just burning some midnight hoosh. This is Diane's bush, and this is Diane's garden, pieces of her lying all around on the ground from her last expedition, you know. She's still smoking somewhere out there deep into Ironwood. Now I'm just putting her back together. He says that weld won't do, even for an alien like you. Wildman holds her all together if you treat her right, damn near 100 degrees tonight. I keep her mostly undercover, you know, safe from the Mexicans, 'cause they're eyeballing her all the time. Want her for a burger, you know, but they don't know she's got a steak. Don't even try, me and Diane, we know where we like to go when we go out. There's no takeout in the desert, Wildman. So when we go, we're taking her all with us. Light us a candle, we'll blow together to the very end. 'Cause out there's nothing to keep us from going out, you know, how we want to go. 'Cause over here, over there, all this fuss is just a muss, and we ain't taking the bus. 'Cause you know when we go, Wildman, we're coming back. His machine, remains of a truck. Her clear coat forgone for combat camouflage, rattled matte tan and brown, all a mall of carved cartoon coyotes. Crossed her sides in all silhouette, their gnash and bone show what's dying on the desert floor, or what's on her dashboard, a fractured, splitted skull, somebody drying in 120-degree heat. Diane likes this one, he says. She calls them dead uns. Ever see a dead un before, Wildman? We finds them all the time out there deep in the desert. Fancy, I guess she likes it when I dress her up from front to behind. She's something in my mind, you know, even when she's down to her bones. Out there on the road, she gets mirrors all the time, and they come smell her, acetylene reek by her oxygen creek, and I tell them I got her brand new in '95, so we can get out alive. Never parted her on the side, and I'm just putting her back together the way she's supposed to be, all her OEM ground out, see? No aftermarket cheese, 'cause I don't like 'em. Better if they made in the old US of A, and I don't care if they got a little wear on the shelf, you know. Means we care. And I didn't lie over there in the napalm just to pull the pin and all them sticky jelly. Every damn day in the transport, Wildman, I knew. When I went to the jungle, I was coming back. His machine, remembrance of the muck. A soldier at 17 said he looked forward to the fuck. Father said he always kept score. When he wrote me off, said, no Purple Hearts for Blondheims. Don't come back full of lead. Better if you come back dead, 'cause over there's nothing to get you back here instead. Shoot some Kong or you're dead, 'cause there's always something creeping up the back of your head. Something's gonna get you, Wildman. Shoot them gooks or you're smart over there. But I was smarter, could hear 'em breathe. 2 tours in transport, Wildman, on my knees. Ass didn't sleep, shit what they sheet, 'cause I ate what they eat. Yes, sir, I knew when I went to the jungle, Wildman. I was coming back. His machine, reminiscent of a truck, always parks her close by where he can see her, safe from the Mexicans, he says. His AK mounted on her back frame. She's got a name. It's Pain. Diane likes her automatic. Ground her down, too, so they can't trace her. Rattlers safe inside, their cylinders round, waiting to be shook. Just a crook in my book, dismembering a gook. It's Diane, Wildman. She's got some cannons you can't overlook. His machine, remains of a truck. Scrapped her bed, he built a crane on her instead, so she can lift. Twin 80 gallons with the jury's to spare, and 50 whoosh down, hung over her cab with the pump built in, painted black. Diane likes her hot showers, he says. When we go out to the desert, we're coming back. His machine, resemblance of a truck. On her gate, there's no more name. There's no more frame. He scrapped her bed. He built a crane. A 10-tonner he bore on her ass, built a block so she can tackle anything. Anything she wants to, hunker on and we'll grab onto. Hung a warrant up both dumpers too, in case she list and ditch. Can be a bitch if she wants to, but I tell her, it's not our time. We'll get out of anything as long as we're prepared. Out there, you always need a spare. Plus 200-gallon tanks with juries for sparing a 50, with the pump built in, painted black. Diane likes hot showers, he says. When we go out to the desert, we're coming back. His machine, reconstitution of a truck littered with spits, iron worms, and hot licks. Rattlers inside their cylinders round, waiting to be shook. Just looking for a look. Their valve turned growlers, turned clockwise for sure. Acetylene sealed in their chambers, their valves turned clockwise for sure. One's for oxygen, the other acetylene, he says with a smile. It's gonna be a while. His machine, resolution of a truck, says he stopped by her every day, but she kept squashing my offers. Even bought her a carnation too, 'cause I know she wanted to. Wild man, I just kept saying I love you, and despite her many sweethearts, and there were many, I endured. When I got her back, she was hotter than I could ever imagined. Told her she was the only one for me, and she looked so pretty stripped down, and that was the beginning. We just kept winning, and I took her out on weekends, showed her off. Boy Scouts pulled us over all the time, asked me her year, and I told them. Got her new in 95 so we can get out alive. They ask, can we take a look inside? I say, sure, we got nothing to hide. All the while I got my finger on the hive, all her valves and titties. 'Cause one flick of my lighter, see, and she's all a Christmas tree, you follow me? And those weeblos let us off without a warning. They was underarmed. 'Cause they got a clue what she can do. Little gun ain't gonna beat all that fun. Mounted her on the back frame, an AK in her name, and on her frame etched in flame, acetylene sealed in her chambers, and oxygen turned clockwise for sure. Why's we carry a big gun, wild man, when we go out to the track? 'Cause when we take her out to the races, wild man, we're coming back. His machine, resemblant of a truck, bought her new in 95 so we can get out alive, never parted her on the side. I'm just putting her back together the way she's supposed to be, all her OEM ground out, see? No aftermarket neither, don't like them Chinese, it's better if they're made in the USA. And I don't care if they got a little wear, it means they care over there, lying on napalm. I just pull them pin and them all them sticky jelly. 'Cause I know, wild man, when I went to the jungle, I was coming back. His machine, redemption of a truck, an outfit to his own armory minus the turret and track. She's got change, case it rains, case we meet something, wild man. We may see anything out there. You never know, but she knows. She's taking on another bar. And she can take the corners with all her shit. She might send us to a ditch. And that's not how we go. 'Cause when we go, you'll know we ain't coming back. His machine, recollection of a truck, got her back in 95. She was barely alive. Hot off the lot, you could say. Made my own hook to bring her back, Look, that was the beginning. Bringing her back slow, worth taking her time. You gotta love what you do. I like to weld, bolt, and screw. Oh, my Diane, she's built like that too. Built her the way we wanted her to be. 'Cause when we go out with all her tank, she'll have me to thank. Diane, it's you and me forever. And we ain't coming back. His machine, remains of some luck scavenged from none other yard, or just some discard freeway, or just shooken off some dunnage, and there's some throwaway tonnage she's dug up out there deep in the ironwood. Diane don't rust out here, he claims. It's all in her name. And when we get a feeling we're gonna go, and we got everything, case we need something. 'Cause out there you get a feeling, out there you always need a spare. 'Cause when we go out, wild man, we ain't coming back. His machine, resplendent of a truck, some diamond-plated steel. Don't touch, they're real. Diane likes it when I dress her up. We got a loan for 'em, too. Think we found the right fit. She needed a lift to make her ready. Quite an ops to get her where she is now. No one's gonna notice, though. Won't see us coming. Her eyes and turn low, and we can see her feet. Crawl all night, bring her home to her treats. Get her done. 'Cause when we go out with all our cannons, me and Diane, we ain't coming back. His machine, recon of a truck. He likes to keep her near on her pad where he can see her. Safe from the aliens, he says. He rarely sleeps, 'cause I know they're just coming. Why I sleep with my knife, wild man, 'cause when we go out, there's always something to look out for. But we're ready, 'cause when we go out, wild man, we're coming back. And you'll meet us someday, wild man, and Diane out there on the road in one form or another. But I'd rather stay close and have her safe and shelter right here under the feet, and that's just I got ever what I was built for. Diane, tell him the way she's always do. I don't need no castle made of sand, wild man. After you're done screwing around, she says to me, pull your pants up, Eugene, and get back to work. Diane's on her rock and her air and cindered match. Joe looks in her glass, melts, and says, you're smoking. And he turns a tan tear to his eye, says, don't worry, sweetheart. You're not gonna die. I won't let you. Shoo, she's lethal, wild man. I'm kindling in there that rotten sun. When we go out, wild man, we won.